Okay, very quickly, please consider supporting this channel via channel memberships, super chats, or however. Please consider looking at my other channels, liking and subscribing to them. All right, let us get right to it. So I made some pretty serious accusations of Aaronis being a grifter, con man, fraud, and just all around POG predator. That's a lot of accusations. Well, let us give the recetos. And again, I'm sorry, guys. I probably could have put this in the other video, but I was getting really mad. And apologies. I think the audio was clipping a few times because I was really genuinely angry. But let us get right to it. So, what is the problem? Well, apparently, Scientology is taking over another downtown street while Aaronis was trying to censor Nora. And believe me, I am not a Nora fan, but I would have to give Nora's fans a huge shout out. Nora's not a hero in this. She totally didn't understand what's happening either. But I will give her credit. Some of her followers and fans pointed to Ganja Girl. This is not from Ganja Girl, but she pointed to Missing in Scientology. So let me just give the information right away. Tonight's Clearwater City Council meeting can be viewed live on YouTube from the city of Clearwater. You can go there, yeah. They did stream the actual meeting. They turned off the comments. Yeah, I wonder why. Anyway, so this is yesterday. So they streamed it at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, March 17, 2025. Okay. Agenda item 6.3, 9812-25. Approve the right-of-way, ROW, vacation request from the Church of Scientology Flag Service Organization to vacate the southern portion of South Garden Avenue between Court Street and Franklin Street, as owned in fee simple by the City of Clearwater and recorded in Plat Book 5, page 53 of the Public Records of Pinellas County and Pass Ordinance 9812-25 on first reading. And there you go. And I watched not all of it. I watched little bits and pieces of that actual meeting. So a few people did protest and stood against the church. However, some people were speaking out in favor of it. And I got to be honest, my reading of it is there were a few people there who, yes, on the official side, who were like very skeptical, but it did seem to be what it is, that the mayor and the majority are going to give the church yet another street. Apparently, the plan is to build an auditorium. I would fact correct, however, Ganja and a few of the other Noraites who think that this suddenly just came out of nowhere. No, they've been doing this for months and months. There were a few articles reporting months ago they were planning to do this. They had their eye on South Garden for a bit. And apparently it goes even further back. They've been doing this for a long, long time. And they worked out some kind of sweetheart deal behind the scenes years before this, in 2022, because Miscavige wanted a part of Pierce Street. That's where their infamous hotel is nearby. And apparently the city did stand up there and said, no, you can't have that. Apparently it was over the aquarium or something. But guess what? Miscavige started buying up tons and tons of other little places in Clearwater and making them vacant. See, this is the problem with Aaron, because he lies to you. Now, we're not just talking lie, we're talking full Hitler lies. Because what is Aaron doing? Saying, I'm celebrating with my extra. I got a new sponsor, guys. No, I'm reporting on the evil of Scientology. Oh my God, people in Michigan are fighting a proclamation. That's what he's doing. And he just put up a post celebrating with Jenna. Oh my God, happy St. Patrick's, I'm in green. And by the way, it's an insane coincidence. At the time of this recording, it's 11 hours ago. That is the exact time this meeting was happening, right? So you do the math. So whether they're celebrating in Florida or California, they were not at that meeting. As far as to my knowledge, neither Jenna nor Aaron were at that meeting. And you know what? You think, well, you not understand that's complicated. You gotta go outside. You gotta do. Yes, there are procedures. There is a bureaucracy. There are rules. Aaron and Jenna went to Los Angeles to speak out at that council meeting. And again, I actually try to respect people's privacy. Jenna is not, as far as I know, a resident of Los Angeles. Right. She's not in that city. Neither is Aaron. So these were literally outsiders to Los Angeles, but they went to Los Angeles. I will speak out against the churches and the evil. So they know how to go to council meetings. They know the rules. They know how to keep my statements short and sweet for Los Angeles. So they're able and willing to do propaganda together in Los Angeles and tape themselves and make money from that and try to create a new weirdo, miniature, neo-authoritarian, fascist, narcissistic shadow play cult. They're willing to do that. But apparently Aaron, who is a resident of Clearwater, cannot find the time or money or resources to go to a council meeting. Because, he's busy. Guys, I have to take this photo with my janitor, and we smile for the cameras to make more monies and grift off our audience. What exactly are we doing here? What exactly are you doing, Aaron? It's not anti-Scientology. The real anti-Scientology activists were out there at the council meeting. And again, granted, Mark Bunker did what he could, but you also have to be clear, like, Mark Bunker is not the hero people think he is either. He does what he can at the local area. He's mainly good at education. He's done some great videos on, like, documentaries. He's put in the work. I'm not impeaching his old record, but, and again, I don't actually blame him that much. The problem is the corruption. And it's not just Aaron, Pharaoh Sherrill, and these Clearwater crew idiots. And by the way, they probably do have some good people, but what are they doing? They're doing beer pizza parties, whining about Nora. Because that's really the real target. That was the target last time. Guys, oh my God, Nora and her homophobia is disturbing my surges. Oh my God, she's destroying the community. And while all that is happening, the city of Clearwater and the church once again are collaborating with each other to spread the fascism. Right? This is not a game. Right? Scientology is a very lethal, and again, for YouTube, I have to say, allegedly a cult guilty of murder. But they're definitely guilty of many things: fraud, kidnapping, imprisonment, false imprisonment, at the very least, abuse systemically of much of its membership. And meanwhile, Aaron was at the cadet at Tom Cruise making money, and he's the hero. Even though months ago, Jenna said publicly he's abusive. So what exactly are we doing here? I mean, I understand what we are doing, at least on the Aaron side. We're doing propaganda. But what exactly are we doing? It's obviously not anti-Scientology. What I found even more hilarious is when he's plugging his sponsor. Usually when you do this on YouTube, you put in the channel name or the name of the person, right? For like Dan Murrell, who I watch a lot, Dan Murrell says, go to the thing, put in Dan Murrell. No, he's less lazy. He says, type in SPTV. So that's the plan. We're going to make SPTV a brand. He's going to market the brand, make money from that brand. Guys, do you want to hate Scientology? Yes, Aaron. And become part of the SPTV brand. Yes, buy my shirt. Buy the wallet. You are fighting Scientology. And then somebody stupid like we would. But Aaron, you're not even fighting Scientology. I have you know, boy. I was there with Tom Cruise cutout. I was there with the Tom Cruise cutout and Miscavige cutout. I'm destroying the churches. But Aaron, they just bought. I don't care about that. Who cares about them buying a street? I don't care. I'm here with Jenna smiling. Boy, what have you been doing against Scientology? Doing research on real things. This is literally your backyard. And I'm not exaggerating. They're right there, Aaron. They're right there. They're going to take over another street. Are you going to do something about that? I'm very busy. I got to have a lawsuit with Nora. She's talking about my foundations. I got to consider my foundation, my Jennas, and my Noras. And my Tom Cruise cutout. That's how we fight Scientologies. I'm going to sue Nora and eat pizza and beer with my Tom Cruise cutout. Oh, Mike Bunkers. Oh, Bark Bunkers at a council meeting. Ooh, what's that going to happen? They're going to take over the street. What do you want me to do? I'm busy with my beer and my gin and my pizza. Okay, that's Aaron's. Here's my wallet. You got to buy my wallet and get me more monies. Well, okay, if you're saying your channel is about growing up in Scientology, that is true. That is literally true. If you're telling me growing up in Scientology is devoted to anti-Scientology, no. It is not devoted to anti-Scientology. Even when it was good at, quote, anti-Scientology, only a small portion was about anti-Scientology. It was like, okay, fine, but that was at least a portion of the videos. Now it's like, it's mainly just about Aaron. Aaron complains about Scientology. Said, guys, oh my God, Michigan, they almost passed a proclamation about Hubbard and Dianetics, but we're stopping it. But they just took over a street. And let's be clear, seems to be a done deal. It's too late. It's too late. I mean, want to be very clear. Congratulate Ganja. I'm even going to give Nora a lot of points. At least the word has been spread, but it is way too late. This should have been months and months ago. Here I will blame Nora. She was devoting her time to destroying Aaron, but not in a productive, constructive way, but in a way like narcissistic abuse, and just over and over again. But still, being fair, Nora is not local to Florida. Now, she's been in Florida way more times than I have. She loves to brag about, oh, I was in the flag so many times, guys. Okay, so she has some responsibility here. However, the majority does go to Aaron. He has one of the biggest channels. He is a resident. He's been there for years and years. He would know the local rules. Like, if I get down there tomorrow, I have not a clue how the council members go or how. These are all very specific, depending on the county, depending on the city and the town you are in the U.S. So the rules that apply here will not apply there. So you can't just barge into these council members. They're going to be like, get this guy out of here. There is a procedure. Aaron knows the procedure. Or does he not even know the procedure for Clearwater? Does he not know where the council meetings are? He was running for local office. Remember? He was running for a local position. So, yeah, it's just a complete clown show, complete joke. But I will give Nora, Ganja, and Missing in Scientology a lot of points. At least they're spreading the word. They did a lot more than Aaron did. He didn't do nothing.